Back at it again. I have an important subject to talk about. Not that all the subjects that I talk about isn't important, but this one hits home literally. What are we talking about? For those of you that are unable to take a look at the title, you may be driving, you may be working. After all, this is your morning message. We are talking about a 6-year-old. That's right, I did say 6-year-old boy blast an elementary school teacher in the classroom. Not outside, in the classroom. We're going to talk about this. I'm not sure how many people will actually care about this, pay attention to this, because this is not your local celebrity gossip or news. So, nonetheless, this needs to be talked about. Okay? In the meantime, while we're waiting for people to come in and get their coffee, get their juice, whatever it is they drink, whatever it is they eat, their fruit, their food, etc., etc. For those of you that are here, I kindly ask that you hit the subscribe button, also the notification bell. Check out my membership section. Also, if you would like to book an appointment with me, I do life coaching, consulting, money, career, love, spiritual, you name it, I pretty much do it. It could be via phone, video chat, or video recording. Follow the instructions in the description box here on this live stream, every live stream, and every video on my channel, or simply just go to brainwaves.com. How is everyone doing this morning? I know a lot of people might be sleepy, might be tired, especially watching the Georgia-Texas championship game. So I don't expect a whole lot of my crew here. A lot of people are still knocked out sleep. But perhaps you all will come in later. And it's a story that I did want to talk about because, as I mentioned earlier, it hits home. Now, in just a second, I will show you all the actual story. For those of you that are new to my channel, this is what I do. I generally show you all the story up front, okay? Just to give you all as much proof and facts and evidence that I could possibly provide at the time, as time warrants itself. But this is crazy, y'all. 6-year-old. A 6-year-old. Not a 16-year-old, not a 26-year-old. A 6-year-old. This makes no sense, y'all. We're talking about a child that was basically, I won't even say pre-K, but basically kindergarten or first grade, at best. So we're talking about kindergarten or first grade. Let me know if you've heard of this story, if anyone has heard this story. For those of you that are new to my channel, we have just crossed over the 2-minute warning threshold. What is the 2-minute warning? It is when I actually go into covering something and providing footage and evidence, but I give people that last chance to come in. So we've crossed that threshold, and I'm about to put that information on the screen. This is crazy, y'all. This is absolutely crazy. A 6-year-old, as if high school is not enough, as if college is not enough, as if middle school is not enough, as if people coming in from the outside to target elementary schools aren't enough. Now we actually have the kids inside doing this. Okay? And I'm using the word blast to describe a weapon, just so I don't freak out the algorithms. All right? This subject matter could be sensitive for some. That's why I don't expect a lot of people here. A lot of people don't care. So it is what it is, but I'm going to cover it. I cover it whether people care or not, because we need to know. And we need to at least talk about it and at least be aware of it, because this could happen at your school, or your friend's school, one of your family members' school. Some of y'all like, I don't have kids, this don't pertain to me. But some of your family members may have kids. Some of your friends may have kids, your coworkers. See where I'm going at? So this does pertain to us, and children are our future. So So nonetheless, we've hit that time. I'm going to go ahead and put the information here on the screen. Y'all can check it out. We're going to go through this. We're going to watch this video. Okay. And then we're going to make this happen. All right. So y'all can see here what it says. Y'all can read it. Now, y'all see that he took the weapon from his mother. All right. So I'm going to play the video. We're going to take a look. Hold on. Technical difficulties.
News, Virginia. The
alleged
gunman
back.
is a 6-year-old boy.
She could face charges. Nora?
Chris Van Cleve, thank you.
What in the world? Oh, hold on, y'all.
We need to move cautiously on this.
I hate when they do this. Every time I make it full screen, then they want to show a bunch of ads. All right. So let's see if we can get this pulled back up, because that's what happens when you do this full screen and you do this live. They want to pull up a bunch of ads. I don't know why they do that. So let me pull up the article. Let me see if I can get it. I really wanted to use it from this particular website because they had so much information here. And they had so much video footage. All right, let's see if we can get this on the screen. Oh my goodness, they got so many windows. All right, y'all. I don't even know where it's popping up at. I really wanted to show this website, but they tripping. So y'all gonna have to bear with me because I'm gonna pull up the footage from somewhere else. I really wanted to use this one, but hey, sometimes it just doesn't work. Sometimes it just doesn't work out like that. So let me try to pull up the footage from somewhere else. I want you all to see this. It is out there. It is available. We'll try to watch this one here. Hopefully it doesn't act up. Again, I'm dealing with other people's websites, so you know it is what it is. All right. So we're gonna try to take a look at this right here, and not sure what he's gonna say because I didn't actually see this one, but it is what it is. Let's put it on the screen. Let's just check it out. All right, let's let her rip. Let's let her rip. Hold on one second here. All right. Oh no, we can't watch this because it's 45 minutes long. All right, y'all. Let me compile one that's not as long. I really wanted to pull it from that other website. I might not be able to full screen it. Let's give it a try again, okay? I really want to show you from there. It explains everything that I want to explain. And we might just have to work with it, what it's going to be. All right. So let me just try to do what it do, okay? I mean, it's going to wait a second because it's showing an ad. I'm just going to let it do what it do because I don't want it to mess up.
Well, the teacher today is in stable condition, and CBS's Chris Van Cleve has new reporting and information on where the young boy got the handgun.
Tonight, police say the 6-year-old put his mother's 9mm handgun in his backpack before leaving for school.
They shot the teacher. I know where that student is. Great student.
Police say first-grade teacher Abigail Warner was giving a lesson on Friday afternoon when the boy pulled out a gun and pointed it at the 25-year-old. Investigators say she threw up her hand to protect herself, but the bullet went through it and into her chest.
She suffered a gunshot wound, but she was still able to get all of her students out of that classroom.
Newport News Police Chief Steve Drew.
Do you have reason to believe that this 6-year-old was targeting multiple people in that classroom?
I believe that the actions were at or towards the teacher, but you never know how someone's going to want to react. with a firearm.
LaWanda Sample Rusk was in the school office waiting to pick up her grandkids when Zwarner came in for help.
She fainted on the floor, and then it scared me, and I just thought, I knew I screamed.
This is the fourth shooting involving a 6-year-old since 2000.
That's crazy.
Last year, there were more than 300 school shootings. In the majority of those incidents, a student or staff member was shot.
What would you expect to happen as far as what this child may face?
Nobody under 11 can be locked up in state custody.
Y'all hear that? Y'all hear
The
that?
police chief says that 6-year-old boy is at a medical facility for evaluation and that ultimately what happens next to him will be up to a judge. We learned during the briefing the boy's mother legally purchased that handgun. The chief says their investigation is ongoing and did not rule out the possibility she could face charges. Nora?
Chris Van Cleve, thank you.
All right, y'all, that's just insane. I don't know, this is like a long video. That's 15 minutes, but it took place at Rich Neck Elementary School in Virginia. Okay, Newport News, for those of you that don't know. So the reason why I'm saying this, what's going on Rise Above Anything, this is an issue I don't hear nobody talking about. I deliberately waited like 2 or 3 days to see if anyone is covering this story, covering this issue, and I haven't seen one creator break bread with this yet. So I'm breaking bread with this in the morning, okay? Because this is important, and this literally hits home. Like I said, you may not have kids. Now, I have a son that's about to be 6. All right? I understand what it's like. And people wonder why my presence is highly active at his school. You see what I'm saying? As a deterrent, keep an extra eye, see what's going on. But this may not be your child. You may not have kids, as I mentioned, but it could be someone else's kids, your friends, your family, your romantic partner, your spouse. You know, all types of people got children, people having kids left and right. And this is elementary. So we're talking about the little ones. Now, it's already messed up that a 6-year-old brought a gun, right? Brought a gun. You see what I'm saying? Blasted this teacher. Now, I'm using the word blast, but y'all know the SH, you know, O-T word, right? I'm saying it like that for a reason, so I don't flip out the algorithms, okay? You know how YouTube be cutting up? Y'all know what I'm saying? Y'all know how YouTube be doing, right? So I'm trying not to flip out the algorithms. And that's why I did what I did. But however, the bigger issue here and the bigger reason, it's not even so much the child. Now, I do want to talk about the child for a second. I do want to explain something about the child here. Okay? What's crazy is this child is 6 and knew exactly how to work this weapon. Let me say what's up to a couple people in the chat. What's going on, Rise Above Anything? See, I put y'all on the screen. What's going on, Lolita? Hey, what's up, Anna? Yeah. Okay, so look, Rise Above Anything. He got a 1-year-old son. His son will soon be old enough to go to an elementary school, and this could have taken place there. You see what I'm saying? And this could have been potentially far worse. Nobody's talking about this in the community because, you know, after all, celebrity gossip is more important. You know, celebrity issues are far more important than our local community issues. I mean, I don't live in Virginia. I live in the A. You know what I'm saying? Go Dogs. Oh. I live in the GA. However, this still hits home because we all have children or know someone that has children. So here's what the deeper issue is. This boy is 6 and knows how to work a 9mm. I repeat, he's 6 years old and he already knows how to work a 9mm. Okay? Apparently, I would suspect that this weapon had more than one bullet in it. How did this 6-year-old know that? did this 6-year-old load the weapon, put the clip in? You know, was it an automatic, semi-auto? You know, like what? Okay, I know we don't know all the specifics of the particular weapon, but what's shocking is how did this dude, this young, I don't even want to call him a young man because he's not even quite there yet, but how did this 6-year-old know how to work this weapon and then actually be able to hold it? Because y'all know weapons got some weight to it, right? I don't know if any of y'all have ever held a weapon, but they got some weight to it, especially for a little kid. We ain't talking about the little toy weapons, okay? It got some weight to it. So you mean to tell me little man was able to hold it and aim it, and then we talking about 9mm. So he was able to hold, like, kickback. You know, weapons got kickback, right? That should tell you that this young man, this wasn't his first rodeo. The fact that he knew and he understood enough to get it, bring it to school, and then do this. And let me explain to y'all, there's more details with this case. Now, the actual blasting took place at 1:59 p.m. For those of you that don't know, with elementary school generally gets out like between 2:05, 2:15. It may even be 2:30, but they generally get out at least an hour to maybe up to an hour and a half max earlier than middle school and high school. And that's to allow dismissal. That's to allow parents to be able to pick up, say, their kids in elementary school and then make it to a junior high, a middle, and or make it to a high school in time. You see what I'm saying? And also to keep the roads from being too crowded. Also to stagger buses. You see what I'm saying? Give bus drivers time to pick up those kids, drop them off, and then cycle back for any neighboring high school. So, you know, it's a method to the madness of this process, right? So little man waited right until school was about to be out. Okay? Right when school was about to be out, this is when he waited. And then this took place. And I'm looking at this teacher right here. I mean, nobody's perfect, but she looked like a cool teacher. You know, I mean, after all, she was teaching first grade. A lot of the little, you know, younger grade teachers are usually cooling them up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, everybody has their issues. Everyone has their flaws. But just from what I've read and what I'm seeing here, she look like she got a good spirit. You see what I'm saying? Look like she'd be a cool teacher, bro. Y'all know everybody bros. Sisters are bros. Bros are bros. She like a cool teacher, bro. She don't look like the type of raging out teacher. She look like she enjoyed her job and she cares about what she does. You know what I'm saying? I understand what goes on. My wife's a teacher. So I know how this is firsthand. About all these shootings and stuff. Yes, I said the shooting word. Yeah, my wife's a teacher. I be up in and out of schools. I know how this stuff works. So dude waited to the end of the day at exactly 1:59. He knew what he was doing. That was planned and premeditated. Now, the child is 6 years old. So you heard the law. They can't lock anyone up until they're at least 11. This poses another problem because what if he does this again? What if he gets access and this starts to be a learned and trained behavior and this becomes a worse pattern? Now, the teacher's still in critical condition from the last time I heard because she got blasted through her hand and it hit her torso. It's already bad enough that he knows how to work this weapon, load this weapon. Like I said, did he load it? Was it already preloaded? How did he know how to aim, carry it, hold it? You know, here's another part of the story. Apparently, he held it on himself, like he brought it into the school in his backpack, and then he put it on his persons. So how did he know to go hide that like in his pants? He's 6. And he did this all day long. This is what I want y'all to think. It's not like he came in the morning, right? First thing, oh, let me take this out my backpack. Let me put this in my, in my pants, or hide it under my shirt or whatever. Okay, it's 8:15, 8:20, pow, 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 right? Nah, little man waited all day long. He went through all the classes, his homeroom class, any specialist classes. He went through PE, or playtime. This is first grade. He went through lunch. They don't really do nap time in first grade, but he went through all this stuff and waited until right before dismissal, right when it's the most quiet time of the day. Okay? Everybody's quiet at dismissal. Everybody ready to go. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's where they are. They're like, okay, any minute we about to break camp. School is out. That was something that was taught. That's what's more shocking about this story. It's not like it just happened and he just randomly, oops. He kept it on him. He did not blast himself or anyone else, and he was able to hide it. This is going to the bathroom and all. The whole nine. Nobody seen nothing. Playground, all this stuff. Do y'all know the amount of people that could have gotten injured from this? I just wanted to even pose this from this young man. So I want y'all to peep the mindset of this boy. See, the media may not tell you this, obviously, because he's 6, and I get it. He's 6, he's young. But I'm telling you, people train them up in the way that they shall go, and they won't depart far from it. So when you have wicked people, evil people, demonic people, satanic people training up these kids become demon seed. And they think stuff like Grand Theft Auto and all these Call of Duty and Destiny and all these games or whatever, they think it's real life. That young man was shown how to do that, how to keep the gun locked. Yes, I said it. Keep the weapon locked so that he doesn't injure himself through the whole day. He doesn't drop it. Y'all got to think, kids in first grade, they do PE. We're talking about elementary school. They running around playing and all. He hit it. Nobody seen it. They didn't say nothing. I seen the footage. Y'all can just look right here in the footage in the background. Y'all can just look at the pictures right here. This took place on a sunny day. Okay, it wasn't raining. They was outside. Y'all see the weather is clear. It's sunny. All right? It didn't take place on a rainy day or anything like that. So obviously this young man had to go through recess, PE, whatever you want to call it, all this, and didn't even get caught. That's a trained skill. You don't just randomly do that. I know some adults that will fumble the ball. So this leads me to an even deeper issue. I see what y'all saying in the comment section. This is where this comes to. The parents. The parents have showed this child how to do this. They've done, okay, this is more than just this child watching their parents. And even watching your parents, that's bad enough. What are you doing handling weapons like that in front of your child? And see, this is the deeper issue that I like to talk about. Parents. See, people like to talk about these kids. No, these parents. See, nobody want to talk about the elephant in the room because of politics. The parents pay taxes and they have rights, and I do this and I'm so and so and I'm alumni here and yada yada yada, right? So we can't talk about the parents. We can pass the buck on to the teachers. Let's blame the teachers. It's the teacher's fault. I get so sick and tired of hearing that, knowing a lot of educators, being married to an educator, knowing it's not their fault and there's nothing they can do anyway. The parents. At least we know this young man has a mom, because they talking about the mom purchased this weapon legally. So we can at least say that. I don't know if he has a father or not. Let me see if I can find that real quick. I had no um okay, apparently he has a father too. Because I see something about a father. And see, this teacher, this teacher wasn't let me show y'all something. This teacher here wasn't like one of them bad trifling teachers. Like, I get it, some teachers be wilding out. They need rehabilitation. But generally, when you talk about like the younger teachers, meaning the younger grade teachers, they must, I mean, you're dealing with little kids, y'all. Y'all dealing with little kids. Okay, so let's check this article out real quick. See, of course, as we know, he used his child's mother's weapon legally purchased. Y'all can see here, he brought it to school in a backpack. He intentionally shot, and she's 25, Abigail or Abby Zwerner, during class on Friday. Of all days, on Friday. You mean to tell me, like, why you gotta, man, I mean, no day is a good day to get blasted. But really, it's Friday, we got the whole weekend? I mean, that, you can't tell me that wasn't planned. Okay, so, Ms. Werner, she's 25. She's in stable condition. Now, look, somehow the teacher, Ms. Werner, was able to escort her students safely before calling for help herself. You tell me if that sounds like a bad teacher. You just got blasted and you still trying to help the kids get out. Yeah, she is a trooper. She is a hero. Because I know most people, they get blasted and all bets are off at that point. And then look, I guess she was asking about the well-being of her students, asking the officer or the police chief about the well-beings of her students at the time of the blasting. Let me see something. Oh, wow. And so it took place while she was giving a lesson. That's when the 6-year-old tried to blast her. Y'all can see it. She was struck through her hand and her upper chest. Look at that. She turned around and made sure that every one of them students were safe. So you can't tell me this woman didn't care about these kids. This is crazy. Yeah, like this is all they can do is put the young boy into detention. They can't put him into the system at that age. It's multiple reasons why. There's a lot of reasons why. There's so many reasons, but they can't really do it at that age. Yeah, here we go. One parent, Steve Gonzalez, he said his child was in her classroom. He said that Ms. Werner's actions were selfless. So I want to establish that this was a good teacher and she wasn't some trifling teacher. And then look, after she got struck, she telling the kids to get away. This is crazy. So I'm glad that her condition here is improving, because nobody want to get blasted. Nobody wants to get blasted, y'all. Nobody wants to get blasted. Now I see that Tiff, what's going on, Tiff? She said, "Is this kid in trouble?" I mean, as in trouble as a 6-year-old can be. Okay, again, like I was saying, legally, and there's multiple reasons why, as the police chief said, they can't actually lock a child up until they're at least the age of 11. This child is 6. This child is 6. You see what I'm saying? So at best, like they said, detention, and they have him in a medical facility. That's just the best way that they could legally, quote unquote, lock the child up. Okay, they can't actually do that because he's 6. But the bigger issue here is the parents. So I know they're investigating, they haven't ruled out, but you know, the bigger issue is it's not like this child got a hold of it and accidentally. That young man knew how to use the weapon, and they said it was intentional. Y'all got to understand terminology and verbiage, and when they put out stories and use certain words, you got to understand what those words mean. Like, you got to elaborate. So when they say intentional, this means that this young man knew exactly what he was doing. He knew how to do it. It was planned and premeditated. Okay, it wasn't just a random, oh, this happened, oh, oops. And for all we know, the mom or the dad, you know, the parents or whatever, could have told this young man to go do it. You know, after all, this 6-year-old knew how to use a weapon, right? So they could have been like, you know, when your teacher do this. I know this all the time because, like I said, my wife's an educator. I be telling y'all, I know this stuff firsthand, man. I know people. I've been there and done that. I got connections, y'all, all through and through. I run in many circles. Many circles. Like, a lot of content creators might run in certain circles. And I'm not saying you can't speak for everyone, but what I could tell you is that I'm in circles y'all would not believe. Like, I'm on the inside of a lot of different circles. It'll blow your top at how connected I am. I'm straight up connected, especially in the community. So I know how this stuff works firsthand. I know how operations and dynamics and logistics and all that stuff. And like I said, me looking at this lady, this woman here, this teacher, she look like a sweetie. She look like a good teacher. She like she got a good spirit. I mean, you saw her acts were selfless. It backs up what I'm picking up on spiritually, because we're having testimonies from parents and the police chief and everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I was in that school and I had a first grade, you know, my child was in first grade, I wouldn't mind having her for a teacher. You see what I'm saying? So I'm establishing this because, you know, we do have some knuckleheaded teachers. Okay, nobody wants to talk about that. Again, they need rehabilitation, they need training, etc., etc. But I highly doubt that this teacher here that we had before us is one of them. Okay, so it makes no sense. Anna says he sounds like he has a lot of anger behavior issues. There must be more going on at home. Exactly. For a 6-year-old, man, that's like my son wilding out. He understands he knows what a weapon is. He does understand it. And he's got his toys, but he knows the difference. You see what I'm saying? Because we don't play like that in my house. So Tiff is asking, is there a comment from the parents? From what I've seen, I haven't really seen much because they're investigating. I know that there's a 45-minute video that I don't want to play because it's just going to take too long and I don't have that kind of time right now. But it looks like the mom is, they're in touch at least with the mom and they're talking. But, you know, the police aren't going to say anything until they get all the information first. You know, they're not going to show their hand until they get all the information. But for them to say they haven't ruled out, you know, charges, that's code. Again, y'all got to understand verbiage. That's code for like, oh, we checking this out. We can't tell you what it is yet because we're not done with our investigation. You know, we're not going to blow our investigation. But as soon as we're done, yeah, we're going to tell y'all what time it is. It really does start at home. It really does start at home. Why was this weapon not only out? Why was it unlocked? Why was it loaded? Look, I get it. I know a lot of people basically say, leave your weapons loaded. So if somebody comes in, you just go click bang. However, when you have children in the house, sometimes you might have to think about that. You might have to think about, is it worth leaving a weapon loaded? Is it worth leaving a weapon loaded when you have children in the house? See, when you just you and you grown and sexy, that's a whole nother conversation. You can do what you do. Everybody's adults. But if you have children that come into your house, frequently visit, stay with you, you actually are a parent, grandparent, whatever, aunt, uncle, like you have kids in your home, you got to start using this and think twice. Because you got to think, what if they get to it? That could be the difference between something happening and not happening. I mean, because after all, if you quick draw McGraw, you know what I'm saying? You take your 10 paces and turn around and go pow like the Westerns. Somebody break in or do something, you should be ready anyway. Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. That's what Tiff said. Especially when you have kids. Trust me, I understand. People are like, nah, man, I got to leave it loaded so I can be ready to cloud. I get it. But when you have children around, that's not the best. That's not the best course of action. And I guarantee you, if you quick, you're going to have a second to grab whatever weapon, load it, and be ready to go cloud. If you quick and you smart and you respond quickly, you'll have a second to get it, load it, cloud, for the most part. Not to mention, that also can hurt someone as an adult. See, people don't care about this. Ain't nobody caring about this story. I see how many people watching. I know it's in the morning, but I see how many people here. Nobody really cares about this, but this hits home. I'm glad the update is this young lady, this sweetheart teacher, this beautiful soul here is in stable condition. And hopefully she can get her health fully back and get back in the classroom. Maybe move forward with her life. I hope she's not like traumatized from this. I mean, she sounded like a soldier to me, but what she was like, come on, get the kids out. So she sounded like a tough cookie. So hopefully she'd be all right, but I just hope she's not traumatized from this. Same thing, the rest of the kids. This is something that all the other kids, 6-year-old, and it's not just 6-year-olds. You got like 5-year-olds and stuff, like kids in pre-K. And then, they go all the way up to 5th grade, maybe 6th, depending on that school. But, at least, we're talking about at least a spread of maybe 4 years old up to, like 11 or 12? You got this spread, right? All these kids now exposed. It's bad enough the staff is exposed. And as if people ain't annoyed enough, now we got to be concerned with, are these parents going to send they children in? Yes, I said children. That's children for people that don't understand. Because I told y'all I'm an involved parent. Okay? A lot of people think that I work at my son's school. That's how much I'm up there. They like, you work here? That's what a lot of parents ask. Because I'm there. The staff know me, principals, all that. Like, I basically I can come and go. They would consider me staff. And there's a lot of roles that I serve there. Okay, I kind of don't want to get into details there, but the point that I'm making is that what other child or parent gonna get the idea to send their child through the same way? And I see the lack of attentiveness that parents do and a lack of concern. I get it, people going through stuff, but I see it. You'd be surprised who sends their children to school. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. Because what if this teacher got deleted? What if she got deleted as well as some of this young man's class members or other people, right? Just what if this could have turned way worse than it is? It's already bad, but this could have really took a tough turn. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Especially having a man at a school. See, let me tell y'all something. Y'all know how generally when it comes to schools, right, we only generally see women. It's predominantly female teachers. It's predominantly women. Why do you see me up at the school, a masculine man? Why do I do that? Because that's what's needed. You see what I'm saying? Somebody might think twice about trying to start something, to do something. I'm looking around. I'm thinking about this. I'm watching these parents. I'm watching the staff. I'm watching anybody. I'm watching FedEx, UPS. I'm watching everybody that come and go. They see a man, a masculine man's presence. It's a deterrent. You see what I'm saying? It's a form of protection. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. You're going to have to get through me. And I told y'all I'm not going to go into detail about the role that I serve at my son's school. This is what's needed. We need to see more presence. Now, obviously, a situation like this, I mean, you can't prevent everything, but it's a deterrent. And so that's what I'm bringing up. The more men, I see a lot of men, come through. I do see a lot of dads step up. We don't get enough credit and recognition, but it's needed. We need to see that man presence. You see what I'm saying? It does help. It does help in situations like this. I mean, can't prevent everything, but it sure does help. Maybe this is a theoretical. Maybe if this young man saw another man's presence, because y'all know staff be busy, right? But maybe if they saw another man's presence and, maybe they could have saw some or a peep game. I mean, you can't prevent everything, but I'm just saying a theoretical. Maybe it could have been a deterrent, or maybe they would have thought twice. Just maybe. You see what I'm saying? I mean, we can't prevent everything. Ultimately, like Lolita said, we need God's protection in the schools. But you can't pray in the school no more. No more prayer in schools. So we can't pray for protection. You got to do that before you pull up. Skirt, skirt. Before you pull up. Skirt, skirt. Yes, sir. We need it. We need you, bro. We need you. I cannot tell y'all how much thanks I get from the women, from the moms, from the staff. They be like, what? A dad up in the building? They be like, a man up in here? They be like, yes. Y'all ladies tell me if it makes you feel better to know that a masculine man, a godly masculine man is in the school building as often as possible. Not only making sure that his child or children are safe, but also looking after all the kids and the staff. You ladies tell me if that doesn't help you all and make you all feel just that much better. What's up, Mary? Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, what's up, Shayla? You already know. Yeah, when we took prayer out of school, it messed everything up. Man, when we took God out of everything, take the commandments down, 10 commandments down from the courthouse and take all this, I don't want no prayer. We let all these atheists and freedom of expression and et cetera, et cetera. We took all that down, all hell broke loose. Pun intended. Literally, all hell broke loose. Yeah, see, you ladies know. Shayla says men in the schools bring order and balance. Tiff Smith says, it makes me feel better to have a masculine man around anywhere. Exactly. As a strong woman, I will be the first to say I feel exactly like, I know you ladies are strong. I know you ladies got the 1-2 hitter quitter. I know y'all ladies got, y'all got that burner. Y'all know what I'm talking about that burner. Some of y'all be rolling with y'all burners and y'all got the 1-2 hitter quitter. But it's nothing like a masculine man to be around. That's what we're supposed to do, right? Supposed to protect the village. You know what I'm saying? Silverback up in this mug, gorilla style. You know what I'm saying? That's what we do. Keep order, keep watch, make sure everything running and functioning the way it's supposed to. You know what I'm saying? That's why, I guarantee you, it ain't probably a lot of these content creators ain't even gonna touch this story. I implore my masculine men out there to use their platforms. I mean, it is what it is. They gonna do what they gonna do, and they got freedom to do, and it's no judgment zone. But it would help to have more men show concern in the school system. And not just show concern with latest celebrity news and stuff that's going on. You know, we got to show that we're here in the community. 44 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock when I just looked up. So, I mean, that's what a man's supposed to do, without question. That's the attributes and the traits of a masculine man. That's just what they do. But y'all, this situation is crazy. You know, I mainly just want to bring awareness to it. I'm so glad that this woman is stable. Hopefully she can bounce back. You know, some charges coming when they get done. See, they just got to figure out what's what, figure out with the mom, what was she thinking? Was the weapon locked up? It obviously wasn't. I highly doubt it, because if it was, a kid ain't gonna have time to get it and take it to school, and you notice it's missing and all that stuff. Once they find out the details, then they can go ahead and do what's what. Yes, y'all, please get the likes up. I know I ain't talking about Steven Twitch Boss and Shanquella and Gangsta Bizu and Ellen DeGeneres. Oh, wait, did I say Ellen DeGeneres? I am about to go live in about 13 minutes to talk about Ellen. Y'all should see what's going on my channel. I got the thumbnail already out. I'm going live right in, it'll probably be 10 minutes by the time I get off of here. Talk about Ellen. That's funny. If I go live and I start talking about Ellen and I see a lot more people there, I'm going to turn around and tell y'all, come back to this video and please like this video and watch this video. Because this was a good woman. I don't know her personally, but y'all know I'm spiritually gifted and I can read people like the back of my hand. And just from what I read and then what they're saying about her, a good teacher. You know, not to say that teachers are just super bad, but some do need rehabilitation and they do need training. Okay, I'm not gonna act like and sugarcoat anything, act like all teachers are the saints. Some of them need rehabilitation training. There are teachers that are criminals, you know, that bypass background checks. Trust me, I get it, I understand. But most of the teachers are there because they care. You see what I'm saying? Most of them are there because they care. So I just want to bring awareness. Please share, please like. I know if you want to send some prayers, please do. Pray for this lady, Miss Werner, this teacher here. Pray for that 6-year-old boy, the family, everybody else, the community, our communities, whatever. That's the least that we can do to assist when we physically can't assist and do anything. As I tried to tell the other lady before, when she was talking about what was going on with Damar Hamlin, and I was talking about prayers answered. For those of you that were there and watched my last update about how he's out of the hospital, I told her prayer is an assist. It's like a sports term. Okay, now I know there's more things, for instance, with Damar that he needs. You know, now that he's out, hopefully he makes a miraculous recovery, because if he can't play football, y'all know NFL is not guaranteed. That's one of the worst sports as far as money goes, and things are not guaranteed, and you don't get this, you don't get medical, you don't get a lot of things that people think. So, you know, he's got other issues, that financial issues, and that he may be dealing with, and those medical bills ain't cheap. He got the best of the treatment, and I know, been there and done that and seen it. Like I said, all the medical bills with my son that's no longer here, that adds up quick. So he gonna need every bit of coins that he can get. That's another story. But what I'm saying is that prayer is an assist, and it's the least that we can do. If you don't have money to give, if there's no opportunities you can do, well, prayer, and I don't just mean prayer from the wicked, because prayer from the wicked does nothing. I'm talking about prayer from the righteous. Prayers of the righteous availeth much. So that means those that's connected with God, source, universe, spirit. All right? That's all I'm talking about. Not just because people praying stuff gonna happen. Nothing happen if you a knuckleheaded sinner. You wasting your time praying. Why you praying? You don't believe? You ain't got no faith? Faith without works is dead? It ain't gonna change nothing. So for my people here that aren't knuckleheads, That's the least we can do. A prayer, hit a like button on this video, share if anybody cares, and hopefully this woman makes a full recovery. Hopefully the classmates, the staff, everyone makes as best of a full recovery as they can mentally and emotionally, especially with these kids. That's a lot. You know, these kids understand about stuff. They do trainings. They do active blaster trainings and stuff in the school. These kids understand. So when you see it happen, that's traumatic. That's traumatic as an adult. So, yeah. Yeah, they ain't talking about this. See, don't nobody want to talk about this because everybody want to talk about celebrity crap. Y'all, I'm about to hop out off this thing so I can get on to the Ellen stream. What's up, Maisha? But y'all, do y'all know I'm aware of all the celebrity deletions? I've got about 5 or 6 or 7 that has been deleted. Even Diamond last night, there was a big Trump supporter or whatever. I know about all these deletions, but I want to change it up from time to time. I got so much I have to cover. And like I said, it's a bunch of them. A bunch of celebrities have been deleted. I have to cover them at another time, right? I'm talking about a bunch. But this is more important right now. Because this could happen in your community, happen in my community, happen to your children, happen to my children. So that's all I got to say. I'm jumping off this thing. Y'all, I'm going to be back on here in about 8 minutes or so for the Ellen stream. So feel free to hop right back on. Again, if I see more than 20-something people on that Ellen stream, I'm telling every last one of y'all, come over here and like this video. But I'm going to cover the Ellen stream. So thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for listening. Please subscribe if you haven't done so. Please like the video. As I mentioned earlier, I'm available for appointments if you want to speak with me personally. Career. I'm a consultant, life coach, personal, love, business. It don't spiritual, no matter what it is. I do it phone, video chat, and video recording, and in person in the local Atlanta area. I don't really travel anymore. If I travel, it's more so for like some type of speaking engagements and things like that. But I don't really travel for like individual guidance like that. So it is what it is. Let me get out of here, y'all, because like I said, it's about to be 5 minutes before I go live with the Ellen story. So thank y'all so much. I'm getting out of here, y'all. This is crazy. It's just absolutely crazy. A 6-year-old, y'all. I'm telling you, I gotta watch them kids, man. That puts a whole new meaning into these bad kids. Whole new meaning to these bad little kids. Watch your back, everybody. Stay alert. Stay woke. You can't put them past anyone these days. All right, y'all. I'm getting out. I'll be back in about 5 minutes. Love y'all. I'm going to send y'all away until 5 minutes with love, with blessings, and with